What up, people? It's your boy Chib from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is a member stream, and I'm going to call the member stream the Let's Kick It series, where members get to kick it with me. They can come on, they can chat with me, they can do whatever. This is going to be a very, very short member stream, though. It's going to be about 30 minutes max, mainly because, as I explained, excuse me, 1 second. Alexa, add 10 minutes. 10 minutes added. Okay, so let me explain that. So as I explained in my members post, is I'm preparing dinner for the other half. Bitching about, she's always cooking. So why? Because she's working late, she worked late yesterday, and she's working late today. I decided to treat her and cook twice. So literally, the thing I'm cooking now is in the oven. No, it's not on Cooking with Chig. I just wanted to just get it in quickly and get it done. But I've got a special thing coming up for Cooking with Chig. And so yeah, so I'm just literally just preparing dinner for her, and I don't want to come in and I'm in the middle of this. So it's going to be very, very quick session here. Yeah, so literally, I am looking for people who've never been on as well. So your Dantes, I'm looking at you, brother. Your Colorado Gooners, I'm looking at you, brother. Carter Stage, I'm looking at you, brother. Anyone who's not come on, literally just jump on. We're going to have a little chit chat about Arsenal's transfer business and just generally how you guys feel about it. Because I've obviously I rant every day about what I think about it. Even my last stream, I went into a rant and people still didn't somehow grasp what I was trying to explain, particularly about Hector Bellerin. There was one guy going, "Oh, so because we finished 8th, does that mean you blame Hector?" I blame every weak link we have. Hector's been one of them. When you finish 8th, you are meant to do an inquiry as to why you finished 8th, unless you're happy with 8th. I'm not personally happy with 8th. So as part of that inquiry, I'm going to look into the reasons as to why I finished 8th. Why is it that we were this poor? And in my estimation, Hector, I can't even hate on Granit Xhaka too badly. I don't personally think he's good enough, but that's another discussion. I can't say that he was terrible because I'd just be hating at this point. I don't think he's good enough, though. That's my personal opinion. But David Luiz, Hector, Kolasinac, these are people that I would personally blame for our season. I don't know why that was difficult to work out for some. But yeah, hey ho, it is what it is. But anyway, like I said, we can just have a little chit chat, just us lot, having a little chat, breaking down what we kind of thought of the transfer business so far. And it can literally just be a short, sharp stream. Dante says, "Mate, I'll try. I'm on my phone. It just locks up. I tried with Lee yesterday." I see. Mr. Sergio, you want to come on, brother? We've been on once before, and that was a quick flying visit. I'm doing a quick stream, literally about half an hour, and then I'm off. I see Carter. I can't see Carter there. I see Carter there. See Carter though. What's going on though? You're not on camera. What's going on? Yeah, now you're on camera. Now I see you. Anyone else coming on? It's literally that easy. The link I put in the community post. Just got to click on it, and we'll go from there. Yeah. All right. Without further ado, let's welcome Carter. How you doing, brother? You good?
Hey, how are you? I'm good.
How's your day been?
It's been good going on, like looking for jobs right now.
Oh,
yeah,
COVID,
it's been hard. I just recently graduated from my master's in Germany. So
what a year to graduate.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, I graduated from my degree in 2008. So I know the struggle. I know the struggle. Oh man,
Understand?
but
It's been
it is
okay,
hard.
bad, so been able to handle things and been able to take care of things. So no complaints.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, Sergio, I will be. It'll be a longer one, so you can jump on that. Not a problem. Okay, so what do you think about Arsenal's business so far, Carter?
Uh, how do we say as in London? It's shite, mate. That's.
You're not happy, no? You're not happy at all.
See, I see there are all these links. There are so many conflicting reports about a couple of people going for different set of money. For example, Torreira, somebody say he's going for 32 million euros. Some say it's just 24 million euros. Some say it's some 24 million pounds. So we don't know who's right, who's wrong. I see it official. They're gone. These Deadwood are gone, and we get two proper midfielders, Partey, Aouar, or at least Salmare and Partey, or someone like that, who's solid enough to play in our team.
Yeah,
Then we'd be happy. But for now, it's nothing, and we still got our fashion model Bellerin there, running about up and down, leaving gaps, so that I don't know how Saliba is going to cope if Bellerin is going to stay. So
let me ask you a question. Do you think? So? Obviously, I went on a bit of a rant about. I just had enough. Basically, I was just looking at all these forums on Facebook, and it was just like they were just bashing the idea that anyone could even contemplate selling Hector Bellerin. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, really, is he? Am I not seeing something? Because even when I was watching Liverpool, I didn't think he had a terrible game. I really didn't think he had a terrible game. But as per usual, people overrated his game. They showed one clip of him nutmegging Mane, where even me and Lee were like, wow, he nutmegged Mane. And then straight after that, he lost the ball. And I said to Lee at the time, you watch how they clip that. They'll clip that just before he finishes, just before he loses the ball to make it look like he did something good. But he lost the ball straight after. And I just think people romanticize this idea of Bellerin because he's been with us for so long. He speaks like a Londoner, so they see him as one of our own. And instead of just looking at the reality that maybe he's just not good enough. What do you think?
He's not good enough.
Straight up.
Okay, let's say they say Bellerin was playing really well before injury.
Yeah.
How many matches did he play well before injury? 5, 6?
Yeah.
That's it. Was it more than double-digit matches? At least more than 10 matches? Did he show consistency for 10 matches? 11 matches? I didn't see that happening.
I agree.
He got injured. He came back. Ainsley took his spot. Like Ainsley literally took his spot, and he's supposed to be the better right back in our team.
I agree with you. You got a lot of fans in the chat, by the way, just so you know. Oh dear, I'm with you. For me, you just don't see the kid. Here's the challenge that I said to the people. When was the last time Hector Bellerin got an 8 out of 10, in their opinion? And don't give me Liverpool. Don't give me Liverpool because I don't think he was. But all right, Liverpool aside. Even if you could argue with me till the cows come home, he played well with Liverpool. I won't agree, but okay. Where else? People will struggle.
Not Liverpool. I'm sorry. Liverpool, he was 4 for me. Again, the recent match, the previous where we drew Chelsea 2-2, where he scored the equalizer, that was a match. And he won as a substitute. I believe match, I'm not really sure. And that was his good match. Apart from that, he's never scored an 8. Never.
Do you know what? I think I remember that game. I think Ben's right, which is why I want Ben on camera, and this boy refuses. I will drag Ben on camera. I will. One day, I will drag him on camera. Links in the community post, Sergio. Links in the community post. Yeah, I agree. I think it was probably. I feel like it was against a big team, and I do remember Bayern Munich in that game, and I don't think it was one of the ones that we lost badly. I think it was one of the ones we actually played well, and
Did we win 2-1
yeah,
thing?
I think so. I think so. And I thought he played really well, but we're talking. I mean, this is 4 years ago. Sorry, 1 sec. Alexa, stop. See, look at me, I'm multitasking out here. Yeah. Do you remember that game yourself? Just turning off my oven. Do you remember that game yourself?
Yeah, I do. He was good. Actually, he was really good. He was not just good. He was really, really good.
Mm,
And
yeah.
that was pretty much it. It was 4 years ago. I mean, like, it's 2020. I don't think it's 2016.
Mm,
So I think we have to look forward. I think we have to get a better RB. I guess what I was saying in chat for a long time is I
sorry.
see Mikel
Shut
Arteta.
up. Go on. Shut up.
I see
Basically she sees a cat, she wants to chase it.
that's
Basically
okay.
what's happening.
I know I had a dog.
Shut
I
up.
think Mikel Arteta wants to play back three and use Ainsley as right wing back and probably increase his value next season and sell him and get a better RB.
Mm,
Because right now we are like, as we say, cash trapped or something like that. So I'm not really sure.
mm. Okay. Welcoming Sergio back to the show. I hope you're well, Sergio. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Not bad, not bad. So go on then. You know our key topic. Are you happy with our transfer business so far?
Well, like Carter said, I'm not very happy in comparison to what other teams are doing. You see, Man United just got Van de Beek. Chelsea going, as they say, all guns blazing with what's his name, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. You see in them that they actually want to win the league, whereas with us, you see us struggling to get deals done. We're haggling over the Thomas Partey deal. Awar, what's going on there? We're not doing much. So it puts us in a place where we're frustrated with what we see. And what can you do when you got all these fans around you calling you shit because your club's not acting the way they're supposed to?
I'll tell you what I think. I don't necessarily think it's as doom and gloom as you guys think it is. I think we're progressing okay. My worry is our exit game. I've expected a lot more exits by now, and that concerns me. Even with the likes of Guendouzi, like, I'm worried that we'll just be stuck with this guy. It's bad enough we're going to be stuck with Mesut Ozil, but I've made peace in my mind about Mesut Ozil. I made peace in my mind with. I think Mustafi's going to end up staying, for example. Just my gut feeling. I think he's injured in the moment. There's not a lot of stories going on about him. Unless somebody last minute comes in with a loan offer, I think he will end up staying. I just think that's my concern. I was hoping, pardon the pun, but I was hoping the chopping block would be a little bit more swifter. And that's my only concern. But I think, I think you do. One thing I will say, I think with United and Chelsea, you have a lot more confidence that they'll go and sign players, get it done quickly before Arsenal will. Where Arsenal was just how long it took to announce the Willian signing and how long it took to announce the Gabriel signing. And one could say, yeah, but COVID is making that a challenge. But Silva came from the exact same league as Gabriel. So what happened? Why did one signing take so long and the other one we had to wait days and days for before it was announced? It's just the way Arsenal do things sometimes. It's a bit arse backwards.
You know what? I'm not gonna accept that COVID excuse, because if you look at Chelsea, they wanted their man, so they went ahead and put all the money. They didn't screw around. So
Mm.
why should we use COVID as an excuse for not getting a player when
Mhm.
when you see those teams getting their players? We need to stop penny pinching, like people say, and just go for it.
Go for it.
Okay.
Agreed.
I
Remember,
can
guys, I told you guys that I wanted to get this place tidy before the missus comes back.
Yeah, you didn't.
She rolls in like half an hour early.
20 minutes.
Half an hour early. When are you supposed to finish work?
10.
Exactly. How long does it take you to get back? And there you go. But hello, anyway.
Hello.
See, I need you to ruin my plans. So sorry, Carter. What were you saying?
Oh yeah. Chelsea sold Hazard for what? 120 million? How much?
Yeah, I think it was 120 million. Yeah, something like that.
And they also sold someone else for, I don't know, somewhere around 50 to 60 million, if I remember. I don't remember who. Before, was it someone? Who was it?
I think they sold Hazard for 120 million, and I think they sold Courtois for like, was it 19 million or something dumb like that? They sold him for a lot of money. I can't remember how much it was for.
Yeah, but yeah, they did have money and they used.
And Morata, that's the other one. Morata.
Yeah, exactly, 60 million something. They used that money really well. It's Arsenal. The problem is all the shit players we have, they have shitloads of wages. It's very hard to let them go.
But so does Chelsea's. This is what I don't understand. It's not like Chelsea pays their players peanuts. They surely have the exact same issue we do. But they can get their players sold on. For us, it's like we're begging these teams to take little side deals in order to get, like this Mkhitaryan thing. It just annoyed me when but why are we having to make a little side deal just to make sure that Mkhitaryan goes? Why not just take the first offer and get him off the books? It's so annoying. Like Ben says, for example, this geezer is crap, and somehow they're going to get their money back. How does Chelsea do it, but we can't? Whereas one of our better players, Lucas Torreira, we're taking a hit on, and he's 25 years old and he's got a couple of years left on his deal. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Yeah, I agree with you, Archie. I agree. I think this is a very good point as well. Very good point. All right. Well, I guess as we kind of start to wind down, I told you it was going to be a quick one. Let me get your quick kind of predictions in terms of who we are going to sign. Who do you think we're going to sign? We'll start off with you, Carter.
For me, Partey, that's it.
You think we'll get Partey done?
Arsenal is always a suspect, you know. Yeah, I'll say we'll get Partey done. I'm not sure about Aouar, but in a sense, Aouar is easier to do if you're looking at some installments and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Partey is harder because of the one-time release clause. So it's still conflicting, but I see them going for Partey because he's more required than Aouar for us right now.
Okay, so let's assume that Partey is on board. Where do we finish in the league, do you think? Sixth. Wow. Okay. What do you think we need to finish fourth?
We need we let go Laka and bring a backup striker younger like Edward or something. Then four. Okay.
Ben agrees with you, by the way. He thinks six as well. What about you, Sergio? Well, same questions to you. Who do you think we're likely to sign between now and the 5th of October? Firstly.
You know what's interesting? I was looking at the comments, and Omar put in a very interesting comment. He said, "I expect Ceballos to be the final signing," and I agree with that. I genuinely don't believe we're going to sign anybody else. As soon as Ceballos is announced, that's it. Maybe we'll sign a few youngsters for the academy. That'll be it.
I will say this: Omar's often negative and gets it wrong a lot. I will say that.
Well, I don't know. I just have a feeling that we're not going to be very active. I really can't see us going 50 million for Thomas Partey.
The one thing we totally forget about transfer and everything is Arsenal had a huge change of structure behind the scenes. Huge means it is huge. Apparently Raul Sanelli didn't know he was going until 2 weeks before or something like that, and so many board members leaving, literally old board members who've been there, like literally dinosaurs leaving the board. They've been there for too long, and the seat is so rotten right now. They've done good things, but they have to go. And I think that's, in a way, there's so many things happening. So it might take some time, and we might have to be a little bit patient as fans, looking at in a positive way. But we know I've been like supporting Arsenal from 99, I can say. Considering in the 21 years, and at least especially for the larger part of this decade, 2010 to 2020, we have been really bad at transfers. We have literally been linked to all the best players in the world, and we signed some dead player from some championship or something, and do that way too often. And I want that to change.
I think you both have interesting points, because I can see why Omar and Sergio think it. I mean, logic dictates that, Arsenal almost for effect want to be seen to be trying to sign an Aouar, who I said from day one, I just, in my mind, I can't see how that signing comes off. I would love it, but I think it's a really difficult one to pull over the line. Partey, I've always followed since the very beginning. I think the longer it goes on, the more I'm starting to lose hope that it happens. Samari, or however you say it, summary. I think with him, I think he'd be an excellent Partey impressionist. Very, very good, very young, very technical, but another one that I see costing similar amount to Partey. So if you can't afford Partey, why could you afford Soma or Samari? So
people, I thought he was cheaper than Partey.
So I've seen different prices for this, and I think the latter is correct. So I've seen that some people say it will cost 35 million. I think it'll cost more. He's 21 years old, bags of potential. Lille will be crazy to let him go for anything less than 45, 50. I think he'll cost a lot of money. Archie says 20 max. I can see Lille really pushing the boat out. Remember, he's been linked with a lot of clubs. I think people forget. He's been linked with a lot of clubs over the last 2 years. No one has touched him. You wonder why. I would, for example, I'd rather Samari than Van der Beek every day of the week. But they chose Van der Beek. So it kind of makes you wonder, is that a price issue? Do they just not value him in that kind of ballpark? So I do wonder how cheap he would, but I just don't see him costing 20 million. I think it costs much more, much more. And like Archie says, Newcastle bid is 35 million. Now, admittedly, Lille did accept that at the time, and Samari was the one that decided, nah. And who can blame him? Who wants to go to Newcastle? But at the same time, I mean, if he comes, great. For me, I would be okay not getting Partey if we got him. I think he's that good of a player. But I'm finding it difficult to accept it. And like Dan too says, the inevitable, we're going to be linked with Draxler soon. Or every single summer, it happens. Every single summer.
I thought the same thing when I saw Draxler on the lineup. Oh my God, we have been linked to this guy forever.
I know, right? Sergio, last couple of questions. So based on your prediction, where do you think Arsenal finish? But based on your prediction for the summer market, I mean, where do you think Arsenal finish?
I'm gonna go with 7th.
We're gonna go with 7th. Okay, this is not positive.
We're not gonna get rid of much of the squad, and we're actually getting some old players, and like El Neni, who, while some people think he had a very good performance in the Community Shield, it was just a Community Shield. It was just a friendly preseason game. But when it comes down to the actual games, to putting the shift in, he's not going to be of much use. So if we don't get rid of any of these players, I can't see us going up the table. 7th.
Okay. Overplan. I've already been told off once about the way I say Samari. All right. I'll say it how I say it. All right. I will get it eventually. You know, the funny thing about it is, I listened to how do you pronounce this damn name right before this video, and I got it, and I lost it again. I just butcher names. It's what I do, man. It's what I do. All right. Okay. So in order for you to improve 7th, what do Arsenal need to do?
Get I think the key area will be the midfield, and I saw a comment here. It went away, but I think it was Dante who said we might get another midfielder because Torreira might be going. But I disagree. I might be wrong, but I disagree. If we have Joe Willock, we have Reece Nelson who can go into the midfield. We have El Neni coming back. But I think a player like Thomas Partey could be like what Bruno Fernandes has been at Manchester United. I think he can drive the players forward. I think he can motivate us.
Okay. So
if we get somebody like that, we can start thinking about top 4 realistically, I think.
Okay. I mean, as I always say, I think from my perspective, I just want us to be able to I just want us to compete. And one thing I will say for Arteta, he's got us competing against the big teams, but the little teams are the ones that get overlooked. And I just think putting some grit in there will help. So that's why I'm all for bringing in a big central midfielder. And then, like you say, someone who can drive the team a little bit moving forward, like a Bruno Fernandes does for them. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But all right, thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it. I know it was a very last-minute decision. If you guys are up for coming back on Sunday, that would be great. We'll have a slightly longer show. Dan T, I'm dragging you on that show. Ben, I know you're in the background somewhere. I am dragging you on that show. Just so you guys know, mentally prepare for this. But I hope you guys are all well. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button. My mods, Omar and Bertrand, stop fighting amongst yourselves. I see you guys. And I'll be back in terms of member streams on Sunday. In terms of shows, I'll be back again tomorrow, probably around 5 to do a show. Since Lee never does shows at 5, I'm just going to take his slot. All right. So I'll be back around 5 to do a show. In the meantime, take care. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.